Alrighty. This is gonna be so fun. I guess that's not really good to say as the DM. Alright, we all ready to go?
Sure.
Yes.
If I die, I die.
Damn! I've never
I
killed
die,
off a character before, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
factual.
if we die, we die.
If we die, we
I'm
die.
glad I put some pupils on the goddamn little image that you made, or the little thing for the emoji face. It makes it just look instantly freaky.
Exactly. Oh no, oh wait, no, you guys are not on the same page, it's right. Alright, there we go. I ask you do not fuck with this shit, and yes, why is it just there? Because if you look at the stream, I'm trying to like just capsule that area. Not the whole fucking thing.
I would look at the stream.
Don't worry about it.
That's
Anyways. Alright.
I love just F you.
Huh? No.
I love just F you.
I wasn't gonna type in Faraday University there, dude. But I honestly never noticed
don't
it
worry,
until I
guys.
typed that in. I was like, oh, this is FU or University. Let's fucking go.
You're just like,
F you all.
Don't worry, guys. I'm with the show.
The Shaw. For Shaw.
The claw.
It's
It's the Shah.
Oh dear lord.
It's supposed to be a holy place, but
But the Shaw.
we worship Cthulhu in here.
No, we don't. We don't worship Cthulhu there. He decided to say fuck that shit. Nuh-uh.
The store.
Shut up! Leave me alone. All right, we ready?
There are two stores.
Shut up! Leave me alone.
Yar and Steve.
Only one bank in this huge ass town.
Yeah, man. Just one
Goddamn.
bank. It sucks there.
Bro, the store is almost as big as Saints.
I would not want to go there on paydays. That's all I have to say.
I hear.
I don't want to go there. Hell no.
It's a goddamn war zone, man.
Dude,
Yo,
I kind of
is the-
want to do a little station or a fucking thing where you guys have to go to the bank for some fucking reason, and it's on payday.
We're gonna
It's our
rob the
first
bank.
time doing taxes.
No.
Guys, this is gonna be hella
No, wait,
realistic.
it's modern. I can do it online.
No, you cannot.
Fuck.
Fuck you.
The internet exists.
Okay, all right. Let's get this started. And not talk
Let's
about.
get serious.
Let's get serious, because I have to do a voice, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that now.
The neighborhood.
Shut up! Leave me
This is the wrong
alone.
neighborhood, fool.
There's only one neighborhood in this whole fucking town too. It's great,
Yeah,
Oh,
there's only
but there's
one
also an
fire
apartment complex, so it's fine. All right,
station. But
all right. We gotta be silent because this is gonna be a really long opener. Sadly. All right.
5 years.
I'm gonna meet you all, I swear to God. Okay, thank you. Alright, so you all wake up to a beautiful sunny morning over at Sedale City. Now, you all live in various places, so some may not be as beautiful because you may be living under, the forest, or you may be in the dormitories or somewhere. But nonetheless, it's still a beautiful day outside. It's a fall. It's a fall day. It's been about 2 months since you've all started attending your universities or academy. And it's getting really close to midterms, actually. Actually, next week is midterms for you guys. It's great. You all wake up, do your morning routines, and you start heading to class. As you do that, you notice students, faculty, any of the sort, bleh. You notice something's off about them. Something doesn't feel right. Something has put a dampening on this bright, cheerful morning. Many of the students look confused. Um, some are worried about something. The faculty look sorrowful and fearful and extremely concerned. You continue to wherever destination you need to go for a classroom. So you go and look at the board and see that students of Faraday need to attend the auditorium for a meeting, whereas the students of St. Helena need to attend the church hall. You all arrive there and are told to meet either with your uh, um, homeroom teachers or to your counselors. For the students at St. Helena, it's homeroom teachers. For the students at Faraday, counselors. You're told to go talk to them and to sign in, and you'll get your participation points for today through that. Y'all do as such, and you wait. For the students at Faraday, you hear a lot of noise. It's an auditorium. There's going to be a lot of people in there, and of course they're going to talk. So it's pretty loud in there, but it's not extremely loud because considering it's still pretty early in the morning. You do still see the same worried, confused faces on students, but the faculty, they're kind of just often towards the back of the walls, reserved, and still looking worried as hell. For the students at St. Helena, you do not see any faculty, for you see nuns, priests, and so on. But they are already sitting in the first few church pews, heads down in prayer. And you see other students mimicking said things, so it is very quiet here. A little time afterwards, after most of the people have already gathered into the auditorium, you see a very large figure that has the head of a deer, and the rest of the body is that of a man. For those at Faraday, you know him very well. And for those at St. Helena, where you also see this depiction but more holographic, you know him as well, but not as well as those at Faraday. Good evening, sorry, good morning. It's been a little tiring for me. I am Headmaster Romulus of Faraday University. I bring you news of a terrible of a terrible how do I put this? It's again, I apologize. It's very early in the morning. I bring news of a terrible incident that has happened to one of our students here at Faraday. He kind of pauses. You see, if you look closely enough, or if you're sitting closely enough, you see that there's watering in his eyes. A student here at Faraday, known as Elena Eraton, has suddenly been taken away from us. And not in any natural order either. To explain in further detail, that I can explain at least, she was killed here on the university grounds. We are unsure still at this time of how that has happened, who has done such a horrendous thing. It is truly shocking. Due to this unforeseen event, we will be taking a week-long break from school activities. All classes, my apologies, all classes will be cancelled for just the week. All all activities such as sports and musical or arts will also be put on hold for the week, which will allow everyone here that needs to have this time to mourn Elena Araton. I know this is rather sudden, but it is very needed for those who need this time, and for those who do not need this time, you'll be required to study for your midterms, for we sadly cannot put that on hold for next week. This will also be time to get acquainted with the new curfew law that we'll be applying here at Faraday. Students who are living here on campus, either through dormitory or other ways of housing, will need to be in their homes at 8:30, and there will be a mandatory um sorry a mandatory I can think of the word Sag. There will be a mandatory roll call for everyone, and there will be in all of the dormitories and housing, and that'll be done at 9 o'clock. If there's any students or faculty members missing or not accounted for, there will be immediate search parties throughout all of Faraday and so on to make sure we could find these people. For those not attending Faraday, you will need to leave campus by 8:30, and you cannot stay any later. This will also be rather new since most activities do usually stay later, but again, activities will be on hold for quite a while until we find who's done this, or if we feel comfortable enough to where we can slowly bring them back. There will also be a new rule. Normally we do not do permission slips on leaving the university, but for those still living here, you'll be required every single time you need to leave to grab a permission or to go talk to your counselor to ask to leave university. You'll need to tell us where you're going, approximately how much time you'll be gone. It doesn't have to be exact, but we do need to know, and you will need to return the university by 8:30. Now, there will also be limited permission slips per student. There will actually be approximately 500, which I know is extremely low amount considering there are thousands of students here, but we are trying to limit how many people can go out and how many people come in for now. Now, for those who are worried, due to the fact that you may not need to leave for emergencies, there are precautions for this as well, so do not worry about that. But we ask, if you are planning to leave, you will need to try to do this a day or two ahead of time, and make sure you get there early. You'll take these permission slips to the front desks over in the front of the university, and so on, and leave. This also does actually apply to faculty as well, so do be cautious. He takes a moment to kind of breathe, so it was a long little spiel he had there. During this time, we will also be having a memorial ceremony for Elena here on campus. It will be held throughout the week and will allow everyone here who needs time to hopefully have that time and get their thoughts together and hopefully understand that she is no longer with us. And we do ask that, even though she was a really popular figure, that we do ask that nobody decides to take charge in this investigation, for it is in the hands of the authorities, rightfully so, and they will find the culprit. And we understand that these new rules set in place for everyone is rather strict, but we need to ensure your safety more now than ever, Although we should have done this before, and on behalf of all of Faraday University, I sincerely apologize. I thank you all for attending here, and I hope you continue to do so. If not, that is quite alright, and we understand. Your safety is our utmost important thing to us. I do ask after we finished here, you do go to your dorms or to your housing or to your homes and remain safe and do study as well, because again, midterms are next week. And for those who may be worried as well that there may be intruders on the grounds, the dandelions, who we all know who are very friendly to all, are now going to be put on high alert. They are still friendly, but if you pose a threat, they will not hesitate to attack. So please be mindful and do not do anything stupid. This is not the time to do anything stupid. I bid thee all a very blessed and very safe day. He leaves the stage, and all of Faraday students begin to head to their respective place of living. For the students at St. Helena, you see the hologram go away, and you see a very white figure with a white veil over the face, so you cannot see what they look like. But you do know that this is the head priestess, also the head mistress of St. Helena. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well and are taking this very seriously. We normally don't do that many collaborations with Faraday, but this is something that needs to be taken seriously. Just like how they are also doing new curfew rules and strict permission slip leave rules, we will be doing the same, but not to their times. Students will need to arrive back at university at 7:45 p.m. For we all do prayer at 8:30. We'll be doing head count also after prayer once you've all returned back to your dormitory. And we will also be doing the permission slips as well, limited to 500. Now, due to the fact that we do not have students really living outside of campus, this could pose as a problem. If need be, we may increase the amount a bit further. We will also be taking a week-long suspension from classes, internships, job shadows, and so on. All places of work have been notified if they are connected with St. Helena, so you do not need to worry about that. There is also going to be a memorial ceremony here for Elena Araton. For I do know that some of you probably do know her. She was rather popular and very friendly to all. Now, let us take this moment in time to do a prayer for her and her family. And once we have done so, you may return back to your rooms. You all bow down your heads as you follow along with head priestess, and go into prayer for about 30 minutes long. Now, what you pray about, I have no idea. Alright, so you all just got done with all of that. And you're all left on your own to figure out what you're going to do for this week-long suspension of classes. So I will be going in Discord order, and you'll be telling me what you're going to be doing throughout, like, one day at a time. So this is still Monday. So, okay. Fidron, what do you do on this Monday after hearing all that? Uh-oh, he's fucking muted.
Give me a moment. Give me a minute. Okay. First things first. There's the prayer. Yes. I will be leaving the St. Helena grounds, which I would be tracking the streets towards Faraday University.
So you're gonna try to leave St. Helena and go to Faraday?
Yes, more towards the if he is able to internet, he would go to the forest where the dandelions are for his own set of mourning.
Okay. Do you
He
try to
is
get a permission slip from St. Helena, or are you gonna try to
yes,
sneak out? Okay.
no, of course.
Okay.
No, I'm definitely getting a permission slip.
Okay. You do is that, and you are in the forest now, and you do see some familiar dandelions around you. They perk up at you and are kind of on high alert. Um, and they approach you with caution.
Hmm. Virgin just tries to look non-threatening as possible, taking a seat close to a tree.
Roll animal handling
It's
for
a
me, would
known
you? So it's
Okay.
just a
Alright.
d20 plus modification.
Yes. Just a second here. That's 15 in
15?
total. Yeah.
Okay. Um, the the dandelions do look at you, and they have ceased from being cautious, have and started going up to you and resting near you.
Mm. So that will be a few hours of just sitting in silence.
Okay. You
Yeah.
sit there in absolute silence. I'm assuming in prayer.
Half, not more
Okay.
reconciling memories.
You do
Even
is. Oh, sorry.
a little
Please
bit
go ahead.
slight of shock. No, no, it's fine. It's just slight sense of shock seeing a friend die or having died. So yeah, that's about it.
You do as
And
such.
that's
You.
Mhm.
God damn it. Why, why do I do this with everybody? God damn it. You do as such. You contemplate the memories that you've had with Elena, all the good times, even the sorrowful and sad and the bad. Um, you remember the times you guys would play around with the new dandelion cubs, or known as fluffs, and all the times you would just roam around the forest whenever you guys could. The forest is like another home for you. It's really rather interesting place to be at peace, considering most people are terrified of this forest for some good and some not so good reasons. You spend a lot more time than you think you would at this place, remembering and also in prayer, to where it's basically almost nightfall for you. What do you do after finding out you spent so much time?
Considering I probably don't know the precise time, I do not wear a watch. Uh, Realizing as to what time it may probably be, he attempts to just walk, rushingly walk out of the forest back to St. Helena. Upon there, he would just mark in that he is back, things like that. Then he would still try to stay on his own for a moment.
Alright. As you walk back into St. Helena and sign in that you've arrived back and so on and so forth, and you begin walking to the church pew to make, again, more prayer, but this time at St. Helena, you notice some people start walking towards you. And sadly, you're very familiar with these people, for they are not very kind people to you, and they like to make a show of not being so kind to you all the time. What are you doing back here, Mr. fucking Fidrin? Why? What? Wait, actually, you know what? Here's the real question. Why the fuck did you leave? That's kind of suspicious, considering that a person just died? Do you have a... Are you the killer? Oh my god, he's the killer. Hey, we need to go and report him to the police. They just decide to wildly make huge accusations against you for no reason.
Righty. First, Fedra notices they're approaching as his ear twitches towards the sounds. His head would turn as they approach him. His dark red, blood reddish eyes just staring up at them. No sheer intimidation, though he does, of course, seem different compared to everybody else, as always. He allowed them to continue with their accusations as he has grown accustomed to them. Though due to his morning state, he is slightly a bit agitated. Upon being accused of being his friend's murderer, he stood up. His hands are clenched to his sides. Due to his heritage, he has sharp nails and it has drawn a bit of blood. Without saying much, of anything, he just stared at them. Just angry for the moment. Continue.
Okay. They continue. They continue making wild accusations. It kind of gets worse by the second. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, the things that people can think of at the time in such duress. It's not really duress, but, and just ways to harm others. They eventually turn back to look at you, because they weren't looking at you while you were doing this. They were doing this amongst themselves, trying to get validation with each other, like, yeah, we should keep going, right? And they're like, yeah. They'd look at you and see that blood is starting to come off your face and other areas as well.
Hands.
Oh,
Just
hands, sorry.
hands.
Just they do notice the
Because his
blood.
nails puncturing his wood, his hand. He's just pressing his nails into his hand. So
And they actually, once they notice the blood on your hands, they shriek. I'm not doing that because that would be really fucking loud.
yes, thank you.
They shriek and run away because they're like, holy shit, he actually fucking did that. There's actual blood on his fucking hands. What the fuck? You'd think he'd clean up after that, but what the fuck? And they go and try to run to the head priestess, for she's still at the church pew. It looks like she hasn't left at all. She was on one of the first the first benches in front, still head in prayer. But then again, this is very normal to see, for she is the head priestess and always prays. Once they stopped running, they casually approach her and say, I think you need to talk to Fidrin. I think he's the murderer. He has blood on his hands. This... Also, mind you, these are like adults, kind of.
Yeah, no.
So this makes it worse.
Yeah, no, I know. Fair enough.
She tilts up her head, looks at them. What do you mean he has blood on his hands? He has blood on his hands. You should go look. Seriously, I think he's the fucking killer. He's the what? Oh, my apologies, headmistress. I think he's the murderer. Like, out of everyone here, wouldn't he be the most logical one to be the killer? Like, look at him. She stands up.
Seen him on that.
You're like,
no, go on.
you're like, oh no, this could be good or bad.
Yeah, no, go on.
Session 1, player killed.
Player murdered, tossed into prison and hanged.
Figuring out a fucking jail.
DM unlocked achievement. Murderer.
Murderer.
Achievement unlocked.
Bloodlust
Suspect
activated. Oh shit. She stands up and looks at your accusers and puts her hands in front of her and clasps them together. So kind of like, all prim and proper. She looks at them and says, "What is wrong with his appearance? He is just
Nope.
like..."
Nope.
God damn it, Chase.
Nope.
Fuck. I can't do voices when I'm giggly. It's bad. Even though it's not that much of a different voice. But anyways,
And I oop.
she goes, "And I oop." No, I'm kidding. She looks at all of them and continues to say, trying to at least, "He is no different from any one of us. Yes, he may look different visually, but Saint Helena," she points to a statue that is basically right behind the church pew of a angel-looking figure. This is not a deity. This is supposed to be a representation of Saint Helena. And basically, she's holding out her hands, and like kind of like how you release a bird or like release like a dove, kind of like that shit. She's basically holding it out, cupping her hands, and is kind of offering her blessing to everyone there at the church. Saint Helena here has shown that everyone here is worthy of being here, whether it be through their devotion to religion of any faith, or through their courage of fighting away demonic entities and many other things that we appoint here at the academy. But it seems as though she may have misjudged you all, for you are not accepting of Fidrin here. You're wildly accusing him of murder because there are blood on his hands. This is a wild accusation that should have not happened, and it is causing a bit of an uproar within this church. And all of you know, that this is a place of peace and quiet to allow those who need to pray to their divine deity the moment that they need with them. Now, let us all go to Fidrin, and I will have you all apologize to him immediately. My tolerance for you all has begun to wear thin. This is getting a bit out of hand. She begins walking to you. But it's almost as if she's gliding, to be honest, because her dress is very long to where it covers over her shoes. Honestly, to be honest, she looks more ghostly figure than anything else. She heads to you, Fidrin, and she too also notices the blood on your hands, and she calmly puts out her hand, asking for yours.
Upon noticing that they're approaching them back, he attempts to regain his composure, but he's formally all tensed stuff like that. He does offer opening his hands, cupping them together, just presenting them to her. She noticed that his nails would have blood on them as the wounds. He has punctured quite a few deep wounds into his own hands because of what he did earlier. So essentially, he is now presenting these wounded hands towards her, and there's just a wave of sadness that flows like through his eyes, but his face does not show it, as he's still trying to rein in his own composure, trying to get back to that plain dull, lifeless and lifeless features. Well, not lifeless feature. Lifeless emotion that he usually presents outwards to other people.
She takes your hands and she covers her small hands over yours, and you see a little bit of a glow go underneath of it. And she releases, or she moves her hand, and you see that the marks that you've put on yourself have been cured. There is still blood there for. She did not try to clean that up for you. That is for something you to do. She looks at you and says, I understand you may have known Elena. I can see the sadness, the shock, the fear through your soul. And I do understand what these... She looks back at the group of people behind her. These children seem to be trying to do, as sadly we do know that you've had a bit of a difficult time here, and we've been trying to right this wrong that has been happening through these past few months, and I'm terribly sorry we have not had them stop yet. If necessary, she again gestures back to the back of behind her. If necessary, we may have to suspend or expel students if they continue treating you as such. For I have no tolerance for intolerance for others. She looks at you again and says, Now, I'm not accusing you of anything, but I do hope you do not take any drastic measures towards trying to find justice for your friend. Just as Mr. Romulus has said, let the authorities do their job, and they will find the culprit. Now, I will continue to talk with these group of children and allow you to mourn in peace. Now come along, you 5. So, come along, you 5 of children, and we're going to go to my office. She begins to glide back to her office, and you see that the other 5 look fucking terrified. Absolutely fucking terrified. Shut up. Shut up, Chase.
That whole entire conversation, I just wanted to go, nope.
What do you do now, Mr. Fidron?
Right now,
Yeah, what do you do for the rest of your night?
go back to my quarters. Go back to my quarters. Just take an early sleep for an early rise.
Alright, who's next in line? Fisk Lowspire! I cast oop, no! Oh, okay. Alright, never mind. We're going to Paige. I don't remember if you have a last name.
Elliot.
Paige Elliott, my bad. What are you doing? Now, this is basically a time travel back to after you have Just left the auditorium.
The
Yep. And we go back in time. Now, what are you doing after you've left? And
great suck familiar. Um, since Paige knew uh, her very well, I forgot her name.
Elena.
Elena.
She knew very well.
Um,
Forgot her fucking name.
I forgot her name. Not Paige. Thank you very much. Since Paige is like that's like knew Elena really well, she took this very, 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 very hard. Um, and so what she did, because she kind of has, she over the years have kind of become this kind of very happy-go-lucky kind of person, and so she cares a lot about other people, and so she definitely, when the news was announced, her heart fully shattered. But to keep everybody else fairly calm, she tried to put up a persona. And she could only put up that persona for so long, so she decided to head to the greenhouse.
Um,
Where she.
oh, sorry. I just wanted to describe the greenhouse for those who are unaware of what it looks like.
Yeah.
So the greenhouse is basically, if I can ping it properly, this area right here with the 5 little circle dots. The greenhouse is basically giant mushrooms. They're not real mushrooms, but they're structured to look like mushrooms, and the top of them, although in different bits of glass to show different colors, is all glass, and so on. Continue.
Um, she gets there, and since her mom is a professor and everything, uh, and is like the only one that actually takes care of the greenhouse, she isn't. Nobody else is in there besides Paige, and so she just bawls her eyes out, basically. Uh, she doesn't know what to do. She feels helpless in the situation. Nothing like this has happened to her before. It's very intense for her. Um, and her form of mourning is honestly just crying and going back through old memories, since Elena was the only person she ever let else like in the greenhouse that she like trusted enough to be in there, like without like her mom supervising them or her supervising them. And so she goes and just kind of looks through the plants, takes care of them, and kind of just weeps her sorrows away.
As you're taking care of the plants and crying, you notice that some of the plants that are more sentient, but even those that you know that may not have sentience, do try to help calm you down. They try to use their little leaves or vines, and they're trying to basically kind of give you a hug, as in like it'll be all right. We understand your pain. For some of them do remember Elena. Some of them even had fondness for her. Some of them may not, but they still do not wish to see you crying. But
Feed me, Seymour.
huh?
Feed me, Seymour.
But even though they're trying their way to kind of comfort you, they do not stop you in your endeavor of taking care of the plants as well. They're not trying to hinder you, they're just trying to comfort. As you're doing this, you eventually notice footsteps coming up behind you. And you see your mom behind you. You've seen that she too has been crying.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, my little blossom. I. Yeah, I know. She is struggling for words right now because Elena was also a very good student to her, and she also thought of her almost like a daughter as well. You see that tears are about to erupt from her face again, just all over. It's about to be an ugly cry, to be honest.
I think Paige, seeing her mom about ready to cry, and her just being the emotional person she is, she just kind of starts to ugly cry and runs and hugs her mom.
Um, you both embrace each other and ugly cry to oblivion. It's bad. Like, usually the greenhouse is very silent. Now it is filled with just cries of sadness. Like, honestly, even though these buildings are really tall and high up, they're supposed to be above the trees, to be honest. Anyone that passes nearby will hear these cries. As you all begin to weep, you notice that your mom's familiar, a little dandelion cub, or Fluff, starts to approach and kind of cuddle in between you both to hopefully calm you down a little bit. I'm sorry, Andy, which is the dandelion's name. I, I, okay, I'm composed now. Maybe, I don't know. Paige, how could somebody do this to her? Her of all people.
No, Mom. She was such a good person, such a friend. I just don't know. No, she never was any like trouble. She was never in like wrong groups or anything like that. I don't know how this happened.
She was an absolute sweetheart.
I just hope we can catch whoever did this to her as soon as possible.
Yes, I hope the authorities do catch them. I don't want this to happen to anyone else, especially you. This is... If I were to lose you too, I don't even know what I would do with myself. uh, Eventually another person starts walking up, and you notice it's, Headmaster Romulus. My apologies for intruding on you both. I understand we all need this time of mourning, and I do hope after I leave you'll continue to mourn if need be. But I'm here to send a letter to you all from Miss Eraton's family to give you an invitation to the funeral, to both of you. They shown in high regard that you both need to be there. The funeral will take place this Friday at the park. I know it's rather odd, but they'll have just a ceremony there and then the burial. and then the burial a different time. Um, Again, my apologies on intruding. He hands you both very fancy looking invitations, because that is the Eraton family for you. Um, and then he looks at you all, he kind of bows his head a bit and takes his leave. I can't even understand how upset he has to be and how distraught he has to be. This has never happened on the university grounds. So why
Yeah.
now?
No clue. The only thing I can think of is midterms, but
And we know Elena, she'd want you to make sure you pass those midterms. She wants you to make sure to pass all of those classes so you can become what you dream to be. And then her dream to be out there in the wild, saving any animal she encounters that needs to be saving. Oh dear lord. She would have gotten in so much trouble with so many things, but somehow gotten her way out of it.
that's Elena for you.
Okay. Enough with its waterworks for the moment. Obviously, we can continue another day, but we do need to take care of these plants. You know, the fungi room really needs to be taken care of, especially now that we don't have Elena. We may need to consider maybe getting more hands-on staff. With her sadly being no longer here. I don't even know anyone that would be worthy of a position that she held.
I don't know if I would even trust anybody to take care of her plants. I think I'll just. I'd rather not hire anybody. I don't trust anybody enough to take care of Elena's plants.
That is true. Okay. I will not do that at all. I will not do what I suggested. We will find a way. Maybe I can ask Andy's parents to help every once in a while. You know dandelions are very good with the plants. Except when it comes, dear lord, to the catnip. We can't, no.
I walked into one time when Andy was near something. Jesus Christ.
It is like the Tasmanian devil, but like on crack. It's so bad.
Wiki Tiggy Tabby who?
Oh goodness gracious. That reference there made me feel old. And I'm already quite old. Okay. Alright, let's take care of the plants. And then I need you to go back and study for your midterms. Please. At least give me this comfort. Obviously you'll be doing it at home. Because I really don't want you going out. Especially not with this. And I understand you're an adult. But at least for this week, I need you to not leave campus grounds.
Okay.
You're like, damn. Fuck.
What a bitch.
What a bitch.
Don't worry, Mom. I won't do that for sure. Such lies.
That sounds so convincing, darling.
I know.
Anyways. Alright, what do you do now after you've had this meltdown with your mother?
I think Paige is going to continue with like the plants and everything like that. And then once she's done with that, I think her like intellectual side would get the best of her, and she would really like to like figure out like what was Elena's cause of death. So I feel like she would travel to the police station.
Do you try to do this in secret, or do you try to get a permission slip?
Permission slip.
Okay. As you go to get a permission slip, your counselor, your counselor, Mr. Arendy, he stops you and says, I understand these are allowed for all students, but your mom has discussed to me in great detail that she should not be leaving campus. Now, I cannot stop you, but I'd rather not get in trouble with her again, for you know how mad of a woman she can be.
Lived her with all my life.
That's true. Do you wish to
Sure.
proceed?
And you're really setting me up for an ass whooping here, Allison. Yes, I do wish to proceed.
He begrudgingly looks at the ground, shakes his head. He's like, alright. Here's the slip. How long do you think you'll be gone? Where are you going?
I think I'll probably be gone for like an hour or two. Maybe sooner. Have no clue. And I'll be heading to the news.
And you'll be heading where?
The balloon.
I'm sorry, one more time. I know I'm old and all, and my hearing's kind of going out, but it doesn't seem like you're speaking coherently.
To the police station.
Why on St. Helena's green earth are you doing that?
Bye, Andy. Have a good day.
No, no, no. Hey! Front desk lady that I don't remember the name of because you're brand new. Stop her. I don't remember the skills. Hold on. Oh boy, I don't remember the skills. You know what, just fuck it, roll a d20.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I can't think of the skills right now.
What would I add to this d20? What is it for?
I have no idea, that's why I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay. Alrighty then. Can I have like?
Hold on, I'm figuring it out. Just give me a hot second.
Can I have like advantage because I heard him call it out?
Oh my god.
I roll a 5. Leave me alone.
At this point, I guess it'd be athletics, and sure, fuck it. Have advantage for this one time.
Okay, that.
Oh
Woo!
Disadvantage.
That's a 9.
no!
Just a straight 9.
Yikers. I kind of want to roll against it to see how much I'd get. Honestly, we'll just do it for the memes.
Rolls a 1.
Please roll a 1. Please
If
roll
I
that
roll
one.
a 1, then yeah, it'd be canon.
Nat 1. Nat 1. Nat 1.
remember how to
Nat
roll.
1. Nat 1. The dice on the side.
Or forward slash.
Or yeah, forward slash roll or whatever. Can I push myself?
Can I push myself?
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's great. Okay. You still managed to get out, but
Thank
with
you.
difficulty. Like, your clothes
Let me
are
go. Let me go.
ruffled. You are kicking and screaming. Dude, I don't... No, just,
So,
God damn, we can hear this conflict going all the way into St. Helena.
so Keith, I think Otter switched his dice rolling luck to you.
Probably.
No,
That's probably
it's
why he
honestly-
left.
Honestly, always sucked at rolling dice. I just have bad RNG. I have horrible RNG.
See, now this is why I'm using D&D Beyond.
You see, that's why I have actual dice.
I've seen your
Okay,
dice
I don't
rolls, sir.
trust my dice.
You know what? No, I'm gonna switch actual dice. They tend to be better.
You see, Reaper, but I wasn't using my lucky bright green set.
No, because you've done your lucky bright green set and they've betrayed you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck.
See? You're screwed! Nonetheless,
all the power.
you leave FU, or Faraday. But holy shit, do you look like a hot mess right now, dude. Like,
But my character is just honestly a general hot mess.
true, but like, worse than normal. Like, you look like you had a night on the town and you did not clean up after yourself.
I've had worse. She's probably had worse, to be honest.
Oh my
Let's see.
god.
Not like that, but like. She
I wasn't
works
imagining
in, like, a
that,
greenhouse.
but like,
She works in a
okay.
greenhouse. Literally, in her my concept art, it's literally like has a man-eating plant in her hands. Leave me alone.
You make it to the
And a
police
thing of bread in your mouth as well.
Yeah, well, bread, that carbs, everything, man, everything.
Wed.
Bread. Okay, so you make it to the police station. You go inside, and you do see a lot of people there. What do you do?
Go to the receptionist.
Well, you see that there's a long line in front of the receptionist. In front of you, you see an ogre fellow.
Taylor.
Hey, yo, feller. Anyways, he looks to be like, it looks like he's like a very worn out mid-40s dad, like, and not even like, you know, like a nice looking dad, full-fledged beer belly to high heaven. He has got balding issues already. And honestly, if you stand a bit too close to him, he will not smell pleasant. Just not at all.
Okay.
You slowly make your way through the line. The line goes very slow because there's a lot happening for some reason
well,
in this fucking
first-
city.
Okay, before that, how many people are in the line when I get there?
When you get there, about 10 people.
Damn it.
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna charm person.
Oh god.
Give me your spots, bitch.
Are you actually gonna try to do that?
Did you set us in a bar or something?
No, that's just.
That's my thing, goddammit.
I have one thing and one thing only, and you're taking it from me.
Bad. Fucking care.
Alright. So, what are you gonna do? What do you plan on doing?
I said I wouldn't take long. So you know what I'll do? I'll cast Pass Without Trace.
What the hell does that do?
A veil of shadows and silence radiates you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each character you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except for magical means. A creature that receives the bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Alright. You go to cast this, and immediately siren alarms start erupting through the whole fucking building. You see a couple police people rush up to the front, look at the receptionist, says, "What's going on? Apparently there are just detections of spell casting around here. Do you know anyone here that's doing it?" She looks at them and says, "I have no idea." Alright, and then the,
No idea.
I can't do that.
I have no idea.
She asks everyone, politely, "Okay, everybody, get in a line across the wall. I understand that this is going to be very uncomfortable, but, this needs to be done." The police take out a really weird looking wand. It's almost as if it's for the metal detector wand, but like more magical. Don't know how to describe that, but use your imagination. And they start checking for magic particles through everybody.
Okay, well, now, the question is did my spell cast?
Yes, to an extent.
Okay, so to an extent, explain.
It's kind of casted. It's like halfway through casting, I guess, and it takes a little bit of time for the alarms to go out. So you are still in the process of, you'll get like half of what you're casting, half of the spell, if that makes any sense. So like, was it, you get a D something for that?
Plus 10%. It's a plus 10 bonus to dexterity or stealth checks.
Okay, so you get like a plus 5.
Okay.
But just so you know, you can't make the magic particles disappear.
That's fine.
That's not.
I'll let them scan me. I don't care. I'm chaotic good, so I don't really care at this point.
Okay. Eventually, the police officer gets to you. He begins to read you out, and he's just getting non-stop beeping. And he looks at you and says, "Ma'am, were you trying to cast a spell in the police station?"
Yeah.
"Why so?"
I don't want to wait in line.
"Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you cannot cast spells in the police station due to numerous reasons, such as harmful activities possibly happening within the police station and such. It's been told throughout all of Cedale, whatever, blah, that you cannot cast in the police station."
I know.
"Then why'd you do it?"
Because I'm lazy and I didn't want to wait in line.
"Ma'am, this is not how life works. You cannot choose your way through with magic."
But Mom.
"I'm sorry, I'm not your mother. I'm actually a dude, by the way, so don't assume my
I
gender."
know. Okay, sorry, sir. But Dad.
"Bold of you to assume I have children. Stop assuming things. It's making an ass out of both of us."
Calls them daddy.
No! If you
I'll do it.
if I say if
I
you
wanted
do
to.
it, do it,
I
pussy.
wanted to.
Do it.
but Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry.
All right, ma'am, you're under arrest.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. At this point-
They look towards the other officer and says, "Can you arrest her? 'Cause I ain't touching that. Not at all. She's problematic."
Is the other one a female or another male?
It's another guy.
But Daddy too. But sorry, Dad. Ooh, two daddies. Okay, please. Okay.
The other police officer looks at you and says, "Really?"
Yeah.
He gets out a spray bottle,
Well, now.
looks at you and says, "No hornies," and starts spraying you with water, and then cuffs you.
I still gotta cut past the line, guys.
No, she'll be back, but further back before. Now, anyways, they they take you to the back desk area.
Are they gonna interrogate me?
No, they take you to where they have like.
Sunnydale?
Honestly, I should have that, to be honest, but I'm not doing
Can't do it
that.
now.
I can't do it now.
St. Helena is the only jail.
uh, no, they take you back to where like they have desks for individual cops
Yeah.
for paperwork. They sit you down, or one of them, the one officer that cuffed you, sits you down. The other's kind of just leaning on this dude's desk, and they're looking at you like, okay, now real talk. What are you here for?
I'm from Faraday, and Elena was Elena, yes,
Mhm.
yes, was just a really good friend of mine, and I just wanted to know what happened, or like get information to see like what you guys know so far. It just would put my mind to eat like at rest to know what it was.
The one officer standing up pinches the bridge of his nose, looking down and closes his eyes, and he's like, he should have not announced that she was. Oh my god, this is gonna create more issues than need be. He looks at you and says, I understand your concern and you want us to find the culprit, and especially since she seems like a good friend to you, that we need to find them immediately. But if more of you students and other faculty members keep coming into the police station, we will not have the people or the time to look into this investigation if you keep showing up. You're hindering our jobs and making this more problematic than, quite frankly, it needs to be. Don't get me wrong, a murder is very problematic. But if you keep doing this, this will cause more harm than good. Just to state your grade of knowing information. So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, totally understand that. Can I still like have some? Can you still tell me like
Roll persuasion.
Fuck. Actually, that's good. I have +9. Right? Right? Yes, I do.
Oh, that's on your character
Just
sheet.
have a lot of persuasion. We have so much persuasion.
We all use the help action on one person to add our persuasion.
We gotta find something! Too bad the persuasion is set at 50, so good luck!
We just persuade the president to step down.
President.
I rolled an 18.
+9. Okay. If 18 flat, or is it already added with the +9?
18 flat.
I. The officer sitting down looks at you and says, okay, we can give you one thing of information if it'll make you shut the fuck up. He looks really exhausted, by the way. Like, he is tired of y'all's shit.
It will, and thank you.
Okay. This may not seem like much, but there was a calling card with this murderer. That being, there was a metal knight riding a horse figurine near her bedstand. Or on her bedstand, sorry. I know this may not seem like much, and we cannot show you pictures because that is part of evidence, and we cannot share that with the public yet until we found the information or found the culprit.
Okay.
But it seems to be that of importance. So there. But I only tell you this to make you not go look after the culprit. I know that was very counterintuitive, but seriously, leave it to the professionals.
Don't worry.
From the looks of you, you do not look like a professional. No offense. But still.
Definitely not.
Roll persuasion again.
I don't wanna.
Too fucking bad. Roll persuasion again.
I mean, technically, it's an automatic fail if you want.
You know, yeah, that's true.
They say no.
What?
If-
It can be considered an automatic fail if you say no.
I'm just saying that I'm not a professional.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe the tone of your voice, and that's why.
I rolled a 5, so just
Just throw me in jail.
I definitely won't. I'm definitely not a professional in any way.
Yet.
He doesn't really believe you, but he knows he really can't keep you here. So he looks to the guy next to him and says, "Alright, let her go. Escort her out of the premise. Do not cast spells in the police sink ever again. Please. And do heed my words."
Totally.
He just shakes his fucking head. Like, he almost honestly got the spray bottle back out just to spray you in the face.
Okay, now, is the one unlocking my handcuffs Daddy or Daddy 2?
Daddy one. The dude that pinched his the bridge of his nose, that was the one that you first insulted. The one that was sitting down is the one that cuffed you.
Okay. Am I uncuffed now?
Yeah, you're outside of the police station,
Wait,
uncuffed.
before... Okay, are they standing, like, in the doorway?
Just the one guy, yeah.
I'm gonna say, thanks, Daddy, wave, and then skip away.
You notice that there's a lot of people around who heard this. You see that the officer's face goes a little red, and he's just like, "Oh dear Lord, not one of these people." And he
Hello.
walks back into the police station.
What was the officer's name?
You don't remember because you were preoccupied with trying to cast a spell and trying to get information. But you would be able to
Being
remember
horny.
his face. That I'll tell you that.
Okay. Cute officer.
I didn't
ready
say
to
he
go.
was cute. you just be able to
And?
remember his face. And all right, what do you do now that you have left the police station, thoroughly insulted two policemen with and Daddy? Mm-mm.
How much time has passed?
About a good hour. Considering the police station is pretty far away from Faraday.
Okay, I'm just gonna head back then.
Alrighty. You head back. As you enter into the grounds of Faraday, you see a very, very familiar and pissed off figure who looks a
Love you,
lot
Mom.
like you.
Yo.
And that's the end of the session. Goodbye, no, I'm just kidding.
Let's whoop and initiate.
She has her arms crossed. She has a wildness, like a wild madness to her eyes. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You see Dandy, though. He is just playing around with the leaf on the ground. He looks non-threatening. Or, sorry, Andy. I said Dandy, didn't I? Oopsie.
Yes.
You see Andy, they're just chilling. Fedron, shut the fuck up. Get rid of this horniness shit. God damn it. Anyways. He's just
Talking about my mom, sir.
Yeah. He's just chilling, you know, honestly. If he was on catnip right now, it'd be a hell of a lot funnier to see, but nonetheless. She looks down at Andy and says, "Enough." He immediately sits up and, like, looks at you like, "What the fuck did you do?" This is your fault.
Hi, Mom.
Does your character have a middle name?
Nope.
What's going on?
We're gonna make a middle name.
I don't know.
Paige Middle names. Ooh.
Skips the middle name.
Helena?
No. Hold on. Page. I kind of want to make it really fucking stupid.
Don't you dare. It's my character.
I know, but I really want to make it really fucking stupid. Paige Blossom Helliot. There we go. That's better. What did I tell you about leaving the grounds of campus? I don't care how I said that right now. I am so mad that I am willing to do a lot of things that I cannot say right now due to certain circumstances.
That sounded very inappropriate, Mother.
I do not care. Why are you wet?
Why am I wet? Oh. No reason.
You see that your counselor is running towards you guys. Like, he's a bit overweight, not gonna lie. Once he gets you, he kind of kneels over on his knees like, I tried to stop her. She is just too, I'm so tired. Miss...
Collapses on the ground.
He does collapse on the ground. Miss Elliot looks at him, or Miss Elliot, sorry. Oh, actually, no, I'm getting lightheaded. That's not okay. She looks at him, get up. I do not have time for insolence right now. When she said insolence, she looks back at you with a vengeance.
I smile.
Get that smile off of your face.
Never.
She then moves one of her hands in the air and twirls it, one of her fingers, and vines start to creepily crawl along your body, kind of trying to encase you, so you cannot move. We'll be going directly home. You will be locked into your room until next Monday when you have classes again, and you'll be doing nothing but studying. We didn't have to come to this conclusion here, but you refused to heed my words of warning. This is not the time to mess around. I'm already stressed enough with several other things. And if you keep this up, although I really do not enjoy saying this, you will not be able to attend her funeral ceremony if you continue this. Do you understand me?
With that, I cast Produce Flame to burn the vines.
It was rendered null and void. She drags you back home. Honestly, like, and Andy is looking at you like he's sitting in your lap. Cause like you know how some people like they'll be dragged. You're kind of on the ground being dragged by your mother right now. Well, actually, not really dragged with her hands, but the vines she's tethered to you is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like she got a leash on your ass. And you notice there's a lot of people looking at you right now. What do you do? Does nothing but sits in silence. Or just dies IRL.
Could I cast a spell?
You could try.
Could I cast Speak with Plants?
Sure.
Okay. So I'll cast that on the plants that my mother has me in.
What do you say to the plants?
Well, first off, it says that they have to follow my simple commands.
Okay.
Because it says you imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. So, my command would just be like, let me go.
As you try to commune with the plants and to persuade them to let you go, your mother looks back at you and says, "Are you seriously trying to persuade the plants to let you go? The plants that I created, the plants that I nurtured, the plants that I grew, and you seem to be very unaware that I'm more connected to them than you are. I'm also in constant communication with them as well. You, of all people, should know that these tricks will not work on me. Now knock it off." And continue dragging you.
I'm a 22-year-old adult. I can walk
Then
myself.
act like it.
I am. Please let me go.
It doesn't seem like it. Quite frankly, you're acting childish.
Who's the one dragging me?
Me. And quite frankly, I do not care.
Frankly, let me go.
She stops and lets you go. If you do not prove to walk the rest of your fucking happy ass home, then I will continue to drag you. Do you understand?
What?
What do you do now? Now that you're free.
Walk my ass home.
You walk back home, and you get hit with a wave of sadness as you see a plant that the mom has taken. Your mom, sorry, not the mom. That your mom has taken from the garden house and put it into her home. It was one of the plants that Elena loved dearly. Your mom walks in a little bit after you, and Andy is just skipping away, being a doofus, essentially, unaware to read the room. What do you do now?
I look at the plant and, of course, start crying. But then, when my mom walks in, after having a tense moment with her and everything, I wipe my tears away and head up to my room, saying no words to her.
You do as such. As you're going up the stairs, your mom calls out to you and says, "I will have dinner made within a few. If you'd like to come down and eat, you can. If not, you are welcome to eat in your room as well, if that'll make you comfortable." And continues to walk to the kitchen. What do you do now?
Cry into a pillow and end my day.
You end your day there?
Yeah.
Alright, we rewind time again and go to Fisk Lowspire. Am I saying that right?
Fisk
I nearly forgot about him.
I know, right?
Wow.
Alright, so Mr. Fisk,
Yes.
what do you do after you've just left the auditorium?
I guess the first thing Fisk is gonna do is he's gonna just kind of wander around with the thoughts in his head for like about a half an hour.
Alright.
Just, wander around the university grounds. But after a little bit, he's gonna just put himself together as best he can and try and go to the university library and gather a few books to read for midterms.
All right. Um, you do as such. You go to the library. You go to the librarian. Maybe ask for locations of certain books to help with you, and you go to that area within the library. And upon doing so, you go into the section, and you notice a very familiar figure. It's your professor.
Oh dear. I kind of just keep my eyes away from not trying to lock anything, and I just try and start gathering my books as quickly as possible.
Mr.
No, that I'm-
Lowspire.
Yes, Professor.
Sorry.
Is there something I can help you with, sir?
You look down on the ground and see a little white figure with a little blipped out tongue. You know this as Mr. Roger.
Oh no.
For those who are
Expect Cameo
unaware.
comes to this.
I did.
I didn't think it was gonna be a cameo this soon.
It was gonna be immediate. Anyways, for those who are unaware of who Mr. Roger, or just in general Roger is, he is a Poro from a League of Legends campaign who was very not cannibalistic, but very much a meat eater and will eat fucking anything.
Fucking god damn it.
Roger lives on in our hearts.
Roger lives fucking everywhere.
He is the reincarnation of Barbarian.
Yes. But you see, Roger here, he also has glasses on, like little square glasses as well. And he's got like a pencil tucked in behind his horns. It's great. So he looks like an absolute fucking nerd, to be honest.
Accurate.
Yup.
A little bit of tact here.
I'll break that.
As someone who has square glasses, fuck you all.
I didn't know you had square glasses. I wasn't. Oh, you know what? This makes it even better. Great. He looks up at you and he says, "Although I'm aware of certain events that have occurred, and I'm aware that you knew of Elena,
Mm-hmm.
that midterm paper needs to be turned in by this week. You know that, right?"
Can I get a little bit more time, please? No events in my previous attendance record not being the best. Can you cut me a little bit of slack, please?
I'm so glad I have this recorded. This is fucking fantastic. Anyways, he looks at you and he says, "You do realize you're a month late, right?"
I know,
Yes.
but I'm literally grabbing everything I need right now, as well as the future projects.
He looks at your books, and that one about anime, that's not part one of the projects.
That's
The one about hentai. I don't remember deciding you the paper on that.
Yeah, I don't remember Berserker being a part of our curriculum.
it's for entertainment, for light reading before I go to bed.
When-
I'm sure it is.
You've got like 50 volumes there, sir. No, I'm kidding. You've got like 2 volumes there, and I know they're really short reads, but like you could use that amount of time to complete your midterm paper. And considering also you're going to need it if you do not pass the midterm exam.
Okay, I'll get working on it right when I get home.
Good. Now, I apologize for giving you a hard time, especially since
Are you
With-
role-playing? Are you role-playing?
Are you role playing right now?
Wait, what?
Fucking hell, David.
That's great.
Was it David?
David, no, that was his dad.
Oh, I didn't know who it was. Like, who, like, mic it came from. I just. Are you role-playing right now?
No.
Yo, Zero, you role playing right now, bro?
Oh my god.
You winning, son?
Ah.
Yes and yes.
I don't know, man. Mr. Rogers is pretty
know about
pissed right now. Where was I?
It's a D&D, bro.
D&D, bro. Always winning, because we're playing D&D.
Because I'm the dungeon master. I make what everything happens.
Factual. Anyways.
Even when it's not planned, it's planned. I have to say it at least.
Totally. Uh-huh.
Definitely not.
Totally. Everything is going according to plan.
Definitely not. I definitely can tell you that you did not expect me to have a relationship with a police officer.
No, honestly, I'm not surprised by it whatsoever.
It's
Yeah, but you
it's you,
didn't
Chase.
expect it.
It's you. Just in
Hey.
general.
Just, hey.
I feel very attacked right now, and I do not appreciate it.
Good, that was
We
the
just
whole
go to the
point.
fire station.
Well, if you're feeling attacked right now, I don't want to know how
Honestly,
you
I
feel.
prefer a fire guy to a police officer.
Fire guide.
Oh, I
Yes.
can make a joke there. But nonetheless, we shall continue.
Make it.
Nah, we gotta...
Clean the hose.
Anyways. I don't know where I was at, so I'm gonna kind of restart it to the degree. Not the full encounter. Just
It was the
when he
whole
was...
hentai part.
No, we're
he
not...
said that he was going to do it tonight.
No, we're not. No, his speech after he
okay.
spoke that he was gonna go into a little bit of a speech. Anyways, now I'm aware of your relations with Elena, and I don't mean relations in a weird way, but of your friendship. So, shut up. Now, do take the time to mourn. Although yes, I want this paper done, I also want you to mourn as well, if you need be. Well, this is rather awkward. There was a fellow in the back asking if you were role-playing, but I don't know what you were role-playing for.
Are we winning, son?
There's some really strange individuals in this university. Anyways,
Are you winning, son?
dear Lord, what does this world come to? I'm about to just travel back in time, I swear to God. Anyways.
And I ooh.
Alright, enough. Go home. Make sure to return your library books too. I know you have a habit of delaying that shit. Yes, I'm a
I can't
professor
help
that...
it if I could read.
I'm pretty sure most of the books you've delayed were books that were assigned for this class. I
Yeah,
highly
they're
doubt
very-
they were a good read. If they were a good read, your paper would have already been done, now wouldn't it?
There's a difference between enjoying the read and applying the knowledge gained from reading.
Alright, go home. Be safe. He starts to wallow away. Kinda can't take it seriously when he's just walking away.
Why is someone so intimidating? It's so tiny.
Why is he so cute but also horrifying?
You see as he, like, has the books on top of his head, by the way. That's how he carries them.
Oh my god.
He looks up at the librarian and says, alright, I'm here to check out. She looks down. Starts picking them up. The usual way. Yeah, and starts putting them back on his head. And then he just waddles his way out. Alright, what do you do now after encountering your professor?
I do go and grab my assigned books that I need. and my own private reading material, which we don't talk about at all. And I casually just walk up to the library and go like, "Here we are."
Yes, Mr. Lowspire. You better return these on time, or, quite frankly, I will stick your professor on you again, and that will be amusing to watch.
Please don't. Please just don't.
She gives a little bit of a smirk. She says, "Alright," and starts checking out the books. Do you need a bag, or do you got something to carry these in?
Yeah, I've got my backpack.
Alright. Have a good rest of your day. And she
In
goes
her
back to
head, she's just
texting on
like,
her
"You're
phone.
such a- you just-
Playing solitary.
Oh, don't do that.
I just did. What do you do now after you've left the library?
What time is it in the day right now?
It's
That
around
conversation took 3 hours.
it's around like 9 to 10 right now.
9 to 10. I guess I'll go in to like a little quiet place on the university and start studying up on some of my reads.
Alright.
Trying to get through my midterms.
You're like, Jesus fucking Christ, what have I done with my life?
God, these reads are so boring, but they're required.
How to be a bard 101. First, get good.
First, have natural talent.
If you don't
Second-
have that, you're wrecked.
0 intelligence and 0 wisdom. I got none of it.
That's
Now
what
I
you don't
wonder-
need as a bard.
In the bard class, is there going to be just like a sexual education?
No, it's just we just have it raw. Just it's ingrained.
Honestly, if you didn't continue that, I was like, you
I
have
know.
what?
It's like we just have it raw. Nutty.
I think for bards, yes, there's a mandatory sexual education that's gonna be needed.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Mandatory,
I
all 4
read?
years.
With all the smut that I read, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm well educated.
We don't talk about the internet history for bards.
This is
And
Dragon
when I
after
die,
Dragon.
delete my internet history, please. Delete my hard drive.
But why?
Delete my hard drive. What?
But why?
So you spend quite a few hours studying up. Some of it is starting to slowly be ingrained in your head. It's starting to make more sense. You're like, oh yeah, I think I could do.
Manage this.
I think I can manage this. I think I could do my midterm paper now.
Okay.
What do you do now?
I immediately get distracted with going like, what am I gonna have for lunch?
Yo, that takes you 3 fucking hours, dude. And by then, it's already been past lunchtime.
Fuck. Well, luckily there's such a thing as a dinner.
Dinner.
Between lunch and dinner.
I'm feeling a little bit of dinner. All right, where do you go to have your dinner?
I guess he'll go to Porta Subs.
Go to what?
Porta Subs.
All right.
Subway, Subsational. Somewhere where there's some good. They make sandwiches.
All right, Porta Subs it is.
Are you gonna sneak out or get a permission slip?
Oh, actually, he doesn't need a permission slip. He lives off campus.
Yep.
What a bitch. What a bitch.
You do notice it's starting to get a bit. I don't know how to say this. Is it dusk? Yeah, it's a little dusky out, so it's starting to get a bit dark out. And you realize you do need to start leaving campus. It's almost time to actually leave. You go to the front desk saying, "Hey, my name is Fisk Lowspire. Would you like to buy a wand?" Anyways, I'm leaving campus.
Oh, they are staffs.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
staffs.
please.
She looks at you. She says, "Are you sure this is staff? This looks an awfully lot like a wand."
Have a good day.
It's handcrafted to look like a wand.
It
For
looks like
traveling.
you just
But
took
it's-
a stick off of a tree.
Shh.
Tell everybody my secret.
Sir, please leave campus grounds, and we hope to see you whenever classes start back up. Have a good rest of your week.
You as well.
You leave campus grounds. You go to Porta Subs. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you get at Porta Subs?
I just get a simple BLT with pepperoncinis.
You get what you ask for. The person there is working, who's working there, and he says, "You again? Do you like eat anywhere else?"
Sometimes. Leave me alone. I really just like BLTs with pepperoncinis, okay?
But dude, you've come into this fucking place like 5 times already. It hasn't even been the start of a week. And yesterday it was 4 times.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem. I pay for the sandwich and I run out.
Throws his money at the
He forgot his chips.
cashier.
I take the sandwich as well.
No, he forgot his chips, not his sandwich.
I don't need chips. I only want the sandwich.
They were a part of the meal combo.
I don't care for the chips there.
Keep the chips. instead of
Factual,
keep
they
the
are pretty
change.
stale. Once you get your dinner, where do you go now?
I'll just go strolling around the neighborhood, enjoying my sandwich. As I like walk along, getting over to my place. Not making like a specific like direction to there, just kind of loosely going in the direction and wandering off. Enjoying my sandwich very happily, just like, so good. Why does everyone bully me about wanting this every day?
His neighbors are just like, there goes this sandwiches again.
You do.
Hey.
You do
They're
notice.
delicious. You all
God
know
damn
it.
it. Fisk, that is the most basic ass fucking sandwich. What do you mean?
With pepperoncinis, though.
I don't care.
Gee.
Basic ass sandwich. You notice that it is
That's
starting to
what
get it's starting to get cooler out. Because it is starting to get more of a fall-esque. You notice that there's some leaves going through the wind. You see that some people have put up some how do I put this without sounding too modern? Okay, they started to put up Fallsween decorations. Shut up. Shut up, leave me alone. I'm not good at creating shit on the spot when it comes to names.
They have
Nah. Fallsween.
this is Fallsween. This is
Fallsween.
Fallsween. This is Fallsween. Fallsween.
You notice there's a lot of Fallsween decorations out on people's porches. Well, yeah, porches, yards.
Porsches.
You shut the fuck up. You notice there's some kids playing around the neighborhood. You know, it seems really peaceful and serene. You know, very, very, very much a normal day for the things that have sadly happened. A bit too normal, to be honest. You begin to ponder back in your past with the meetings with Elena. You desperately trying to sell her a fucking staff, like so bad, and she's just like, I don't need one. I'm a druid, but okay.
All druids need staffs. What are you talking about?
I really don't, but
Staffs are a part of nature. It's made of wood.
this, I don't know how to tell you this, but this, although it looks like wood, this is not wood.
This is laminate, sir.
I'm sorry. Please have a good day. And and then you keep pestering her throughout all these past 2 fucking months.
I buy what? Staff.
But you've got to know her a bit. And you begin to ponder the good times you've had with her and stuff like that, and just wondering like, who am I gonna bother as much with staffs now? Like, I mean, she
Not
was
it.
like my biggest potential customer.
Nose goes.
Those guys.
Well, you already lost.
Oof.
I didn't hear Fedrin say it, so.
He's over there trying to fucking wipe the blood off his hands right now, dude.
Like, literally.
Like, literally.
Off in the distance, I just hear Paige say, "Nose goes."
Nose goes! Somehow falls on her fucking face.
Yeah, accurate.
Um,
No, in the distance, he just sees my mom driving.
um, you arrive home eventually. You've devoured that fucking sandwich. Honestly, you're tempted to go back and get another one. Um,
Damn right.
damn right I am. You enter your house and you see your roommates.
Woo!
Wow.
They're students who also attend Faraday, but they're a bit more on the older side. You're kind of the youngest one there.
Goddamn.
Well, they're kind of like more your senior, to be honest.
Mhm.
You somehow snuck into their fucking house though, and they allowed you to live there. I don't know how you did that, but you live there now.
Hot looking ass.
Persuasion of the ass.
Still
Literally and figuratively. Anyways, you notice
Wow.
them. You notice them. They're kind of just chilling around the living room. Some of them are playing some video games. The other one's doing their homework, like some people should be. They all look up and say, "Hey, I was about to say Fidron. Whoops, too many F's in this fucking party. Hey, Fisk, how you doing?"
Doing all right. Just saw my professor earlier. I need to
Oh no.
get. Yeah, no, he was quite unamused by seeing me.
I still don't understand how someone so soft, cute, cuddly, and short can be so goddamn intimidating. How the fuck does that work?
I don't know, man.
It's
a rumor, dude, that he eats people.
yeah. Did you hear that fucking rumor? He eats people. Like what?
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Bro, what the fuck? Just
Back in the day, he was the cleaner, and the way he'd clean up the bodies was just by eating them.
It was
Are
just
you
like, no, dude.
Oh my, dude, he's like a Hoover vacuum. Oh my god.
but for bodies.
But for bodies.
Like, yeah, that's hardcore. Like, kind of sick, though.
Yeah, there's that one edgy
Bro.
boy.
Bro, I hear he has a straw with him just to suck up the blood. The fuck?
It's a metal one though, so it's reusable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it would have been cool if he wasn't, like, sustainable. But, like,
Yeah, it would be
he's-
kind of
so
not
it's
cool if
like-
he didn't care about the environment and such, Save the sea turtles.
Yeah.
All right, be honest. None of you give two shits about the sea turtles.
What do you mean,
Not
bro?
really.
Just because we had turtle fish soup yesterday don't mean shit.
I kinda hate him. They ate my mom.
Exactly. So that means you don't care about them.
Hey.
Bro, we had turtle bean soup. What the fuck?
Turtle. I said turtle fish.
bean.
I said turtle fish. Why did you? Oh my god! I'm going to my room.
There he goes again.
What a bitch.
I know,
You're a
right?
bitch. Leave me alone. It's not a face.
It's almost like he isn't a frat guy.
This isn't a frat house.
I honestly imagine this is a frat house, to be honest.
It's not a frat house. It's just a house full
I'm
of
just-
men.
Real men. Matt,
Oh,
leave
so it's a bachelor's house.
it.
Well,
It's
you're
a
not
grown
wrong.
man's house.
With a bard in the house, it's always a bachelor's house.
Here.
And the bard gets nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Bard doesn't need anything.
No.
This is
He needs
scary.
an audience. That's what he needs.
This pickup line is, hey, you want to touch my stab? Hey, you
Wanna
wanna
buy
see
my
my
It's
staff?
made of real wood.
No. No. Pusky's the kind of guy that walks up to a prostitute and just says, "You want to buy a one?"
Girl, you're looking kind of lonely. What about you? Staff? Wand? Staff. Staff.
Which one's longer? I forget sometimes.
Knowing you, neither of them would be. Anyways,
Ouch.
I'm
Ouch.
talking in-game character.
That's what the girl says.
You see that they're all kind of like joking. You see there's like a quiet guy in the back. He's still just doing his homework. He's kind of got like headphones on right now, just trying to chill and vibe out. He's like, this fucking place, I swear to God, why did I live here? It's too fucking loud.
I immediately go and pick up. You know, one of the things that the police officers use when they're trying to like get the attention of a lot of people.
Megaphones?
Yeah,
Oh,
no!
Christ.
I walk up behind him. I don't turn it up all the way, but I turn it up to it's really loud enough, and I just go like, "Hey, what are we doing over here?"
He jumps up, he's like, dear Lord! Fisk, what are you doing? We don't use a megaphone in the house! You know this!
I know, but it's just so amusing getting the reaction out of you every single time.
Swear to God. Just go away. I'm just trying to do my homework. I would do it in my room, but, like, it's still just as loud. I don't know how you guys managed to do that.
Why don't you just cast silence?
Fisk, you know I can't cast magic spells. I'm a
Fisk,
barbarian.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like you're
Fisk,
failing
I'm-
your barbarian classes.
Fisk, I'm about to rage, and it's not going to be a good time for anybody here. And you know that we can't destroy any more walls in this house, right?
Yeah, we still haven't even repaired the one that you broke last week.
Exactly. So, please, for the sake of everyone here and their wallet, please leave the vicinity.
We still have wallets?
You guys have money? Why are you buying my staffs then?
Oh god.
You put this
You
upon
brought this on
yourself,
yourself.
Zero.
I know.
He just puts his headphones back on and continues to go about his homework. What do you do now?
I go look at the other people being loud, and I'm just like, okay guys, let's take it down a notch. Our good friend here, he's I think I messed with him enough for like already, and I just got back home.
But dude, like, we haven't even started the night. What do you mean? You're being a little bit of a
Dude.
pussy.
Okay, how about this?
real big pussy.
If he breaks another wall, you're paying for it all by yourself.
What do you? No. Dude, I can't even afford the tuition half the time. Okay, fine.
Exactly.
All right, everyone,
But
shut
then we'll
the
have
fuck
enough
up.
money for
Leave him alone.
beers.
Who decided to invite a fucking barbarian into the house? Who did this?
I think it was Fisk.
You know, yeah, let's blame it on Fisk.
Yeah, feel free to blame it on me. But you know how many people try and mess with us and try and take any of our stuff?
That's
right,
a valid
no
point.
one.
That's a valid point.
Not because of the barbarian, it's because you live here, to be honest.
Yeah, because you would fast enough
Yeah.
wanting to buy a staff.
Yeah, that's
Dude is
Fuck
trying
out
to.
all of you right now.
they know all they're gonna get out of you as a staff.
Hey, at least I don't have to pay for my tuition.
Oh, that's a low road, bro. That's a low blow.
Wow, what a bitch move.
I can only spend my stuff on sandwiches.
Wow.
You only eat one kind of fucking sandwich. You don't even live life.
So? I do eat other things, okay, man?
Bro,
I really enjoy
bro,
these chicken
bro.
pastas.
Bro, we know you're falling behind your class, so why don't you go do your damn midterm paper before we ask Mr. Roger to come back over here and kick your ass again? That was funny as fuck. Honestly, next time we need to record that. Because that was
Last
funny.
Last time I checked, don't you guys have stuff to be doing as well?
Oh, we're already done, actually. We were actually
Yeah, we got it
headed
done like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. You're the only one falling behind.
I call
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
No. Alright, Dad, I'll show you my paper.
Actually,
I would have you edit it, but I know you're just not good at that kind of stuff.
Roxy.
This is just turned into bullying Tannis.
I know. I like how we were all being polite. I was being polite for both Felix and Chase, and then immediately it's just like, oh, it's Tannis' turn. Bully.
Fuck you.
Hey, I'm not bullying Candace, I'm bullying Fisk here.
You are bullying my character.
This is against the violation. This is against the Geneva Convention.
War crimes right now?
Yes, absolute war crimes. We do
I'm
not
about to
fuck
commit
with
war crimes.
Fisk Lowspire here. He's not to be fucked with. He cannot be bullied. He can't take the pressure. He will shove his staff up your ass and resell it.
No, I'll shove it up their ass and then I'll take their money, going like, that's your staff now, enjoy.
After all the lovely
It's the staff
bickering.
fisting.
The staff.
I'm gonna make that canon. I'm gonna homebrew that. Let's fucking go. Anyways, you go back.
Staff that only barbarians could properly use.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a 13
No.
Reasons Why moment all over
No.
again.
First off, it wouldn't be a barbarian, it'd be a monk. Let's be honest.
Fair enough.
Okay. We gotta calm down a little bit. We had our fun. You go up the stairs, go to your room. What do you do now?
I go and start working on my paper.
Okay. Even though they jest with you quite often, you do feel a sense of peace being at this place. It's not like your home at all. Or your
Purely
home.
chaotic.
Purely chaotic. Even though this place does have its own version of chaos, it still has a moment here and there. Solely because the barbarian can't keep crushing down the walls anymore. You successfully, actually, complete your midterm paper that night.
Oh my god, why didn't I just do that right away?
I don't fucking know. And since there is like online shit, you send it to Mr. Roger, or Professor Roger, actually.
Professor Roger here.
Professor Roger here. You immediately get a response back after you sent in your paper from Professor Roger. I'm sorry this is a bit sudden, but see, this didn't take you that long at all. I hope you keep up the good work. Have a good rest of your week. And that's all you hear from him.
Okie dokie. I reply with a thank you, and I guess I'll go and see what is new on just the internet aside from the murder. Just trying to find anything to keep me distracted from those events.
Anything?
Anything.
Oh god.
Ew. I need your strongest meat.
I think
Go
it pops up.
we go to incognito mode.
Mothers,
Oh
lonely
my.
mothers in your area. I know.
My mom pops up.
Yeah.
No.
Fisk has a one night stand with my mom. That's how we meet.
No. How we meet? How we met? Both of you assume it already hasn't happened somehow.
I didn't plan for this. I didn't
Right,
plan
right.
for this.
Fisk is my new dad.
Ah!
Oh no.
How old is he?
Fisk is like 24.
He likes MILFs. Cougars. Anyways, you peruse the internet for various activities to keep your mind at bay away from the most recent murder.
That's what she said.
I did say that, thank you. You do indeed somehow get your mind off of things in various ways. I will not go into detail on that.
Minecraft videos, everyone. It was just Minecraft videos, we promise.
Yeah,
Let's
it
just
was
say
RL
that there's a
Craft.
roll of toilet paper next to his computer.
It's our old craft.
Yeah,
That's what paper is there because he's crying.
with a pinch of salt, just pinch of salt. And is that how you end the night?
Yes.
All right. Woo! Congratulations, everybody. You fucking did it. You got through one day of hell.
How many days are we going to go through?
7.
Well,
Not
in
one
this
session. Not one
It's gonna take a literal day for us to get through one day.
Parent fucking Lee, I'm gonna be honest. I thought we'd go a little bit faster. You do wake up. All of you wake up the next morning. It is again another beautiful, bright, cheery, sunny day out. But you feel a sense of emptiness in all of you. It just feels off because of what yesterday events happened. As you go do your respective morning routines, you notice somebody has slipped a letter somewhere within your vicinity. Like a really weird letter. Like, it's extremely fancy. It's even got a wax seal on it. So, like, someone's got fucking money. It's just...
Oh god, please tell me it's not the Foxguard family asking for the...
I said everybody, by the way, not just you.
I know.
Yeah. This is gonna be in all of y'all's journals. There you go. And I'll need one person to please read this out.
Hello, fellow stranger. I am aware that this is rather sudden and rather odd getting a letter from a stranger. Well, yeah. But alas, if you would hear me out, that would be much appreciated. I will not disclose my identity to you just yet, but due to the fact that I do not trust you. Why are you sending a letter to me then? However, if you prove to be trustworthy, you will know my identity soon enough. The other reason I have written this letter to you is because your connection to Elena Eraton. You are aware that she has been sadly taken from this plane and that the authorities are apparently handling the situation. I know for a fact, though, that this murder will be swept under the rug and more murders will happen in this fashion as well. I do not disclose any more information through this letter, but if you are interested in stopping these murders and finding justice for Elena, go to the Young and Restless Nightclub that is on Main Street. I will be there on Thursday at 2 p.m. I know you are aware of the most recent curfew on all campuses, so please do not doodle. I hope to see you there. If not, I do understand and wish you well. As for the letter, please put it in a nearby place that has running water, for example a sink. For this letter will not be here no more after you have finished reading it. Sincerely, a fellow stranger.
Once you all finish reading, it starts to slowly go up in flame.
Yeah, okay. Throw that shit at the thing.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Fire.
I just go and flush it.
Fletcher just holds it.
I go and put it in the sink and I'm just like, it's too early for this.
Oh god.
It's fire. What is he gonna do? Burn me?
Bro, shut up.
Fucking incredible.
Um,
Hateful.
It is now Tuesday. I will ask you all a question. Do you plan on getting, except for Fisk, do you guys plan on getting a slip for Thursday to leave campus?
Wait, what happens on Thursday?
No, you have to get a slip every day.
Damn it. Yeah.
You don't have to get a slip.
Fedrin
You
does
have
get
to
a
get a
slip.
slip for the days that you are leaving campus.
Yes, Fletcher does get a slip for that.
for Thursday?
Yeah.
To possibly go meet up with this mysterious stranger?
Yes.
Alright, what about you, Paige?
I would say yes, but I know my mom won't allow it, so I'll sneak out.
You'll sneak out.
No,
Ooh.
totally talk with
I kind of have to.
Ooh, I'm excited for this.
I
And
mean, to be
although,
fair, they don't have a choice in the matter yet.
huh?
Pages doesn't have a choice in the matter, aren't they grounded to their room?
Yeah. Fisk, although you don't have to do profession slip, do you plan on attending this weird meetup?
Yes.
Okay.
After I get my goddamn sandwich.
Alright, so several days pass. You all do various things, so either studying or
Sandwiches.
or you're doing sandwiches, whatever you're into, Fisk.
Hold up. What?
Hold on. What?
We understand why he's got an obsession now.
Yeah, it's gotten to that point.
He's got to that point into the session. Holy shit. And it's eventually Thursday. Time passes by with a breeze. It's kind of interesting. I'll need everyone. I just need
Roll
Paige.
initiative.
I need Paige to roll for stealth.
First off, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
All right, this goes by perfectly.
Okay. Jeez. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Let's see it.
Come on.
Where to fucking God? That's a 19 plus a 10 plus a 3.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you sneak the fuck out. Nobody knows you've left.
Bitch.
And you successfully get to the Young and Restless Nightclub. You all arrive there and you realize that, usually this place is extremely popular. It's like one of the few nightclubs that's actually around in this city. But now it's just dead as fuck. And you only see maybe 3 cars in the parking lot.
Curfew.
Curfew. Well, it's in the middle of the day too.
Yeah.
So it's really weird.
Stop some of us.
Doesn't stop some of us. The party goes on.
It goes on until next week Friday.
You
And then
do.
it continues. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You do notice that there is still a bouncer in front of the door. He looks at you all and says, Paige, Fisk, and Fidrin?
Yeah, present.
Yes.
Huh?
Huh?
Is your name not Fisk or Fidrin?
Fitcher was just really confused as to how he knew, but he says yes cautiously. With an eye
Fantastic.
squint.
Fantastic. You're allowed to enter within this facility. I don't care. I need a drink.
Establishment.
This establishment.
Okay.
I should be getting paid more for this shit.
Dude, this is my day off.
don't get
I'm
paid.
Here. God damn it. Anyways, he opens up the door for you, and you all casually walk in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just as a wave.
You walk in. It's, again, extremely quiet. This place is usually just bustling with noise, super loud. And honestly, the most surprising thing is it doesn't smell like anything in there. Usually there'd just be a lot of alcoholic beverages, smoking, other unsavory smells because there's a lot of people next to each other. It smells pleasantly clean. Very strange.
Surprising.
You enter in and you do see that someone is over at the bar. Cleaning up, seeming like they're getting ready for the night shift. You all head over there, and this bartender looks at you and says, you guys the Paige, Fisk, Fidrin?
Yep.
Whatever your
Yes.
fucking name is. I
Yes.
don't know. Your name's weird, dude. No offense.
Hey. Nice.
I never claim to be nice. I'm a fucking bartender. I deal with people's problems all the time. Nonetheless, go ahead.
Sounds like a chick.
Go ahead to the VIP lounge. the second room, and you'll meet your person there. Who knows?
Okay.
Before I go, I go and buy like a shot of Jameson or something.
Sir,
Something alcoholic.
sir, I'm gonna
Yes.
need your ID.
I pull up my ID.
How old's your character?
24.
Before.
He brings it up to the
117.
lights, check to make sure it's, not fake. Alright, that'll be a 250.
Okie dokie.
Can't do the shot. And
I go and just take it with me.
dude's like, what the fuck? I have to go retrieve that afterwards. Whatever. You guys head to your lounge. And inside, you see nobody.
Alright.
It's a trap.
And that's the end of the session! Woo!
Cock's gun.
Man, it's gonna suck for my character.
Cause a turf intent.
My character's just gonna be sitting there holding a drink for an entire week.
Dude's like, what the fuck?
Like, my arm's getting tired.
My arms are getting tired, and
Do not put that
I'd
down!
really like to take a sip.
Wait, no, we don't even get to take a seat. We just stand in the doorway.
Yeah, you're standing in the doorway. You open it, and there's no one in there. You're just awkwardly standing out front of the lounge.
The days go by.
You didn't even look at each other like, who the fuck are you? Just like, okay, we all go together. Nice.
That sounds normal for Finn.
I was honestly tempted to do
That's
the whole
normal for
entire.
Paige.
I was tempted to do the whole entire one night stand thing already, but I'm just like, eh.
One night
With who? With
stand?
Paige?
With who?
Yeah, no. With Paige's mother, you just go like, hey, have I seen you before?
I
I saw
mean,
when I was sneaking out of your house. Why were you in my house? Doing your mom.
doing your mom. Doing your mom. Doing your mom.
Ask your mother.
My mother doesn't date
about
people,
that.
though.
Or does
She
she?
banks friends.
What?
She doesn't date people. She,
Twins!
you know.
Plants are supreme. Is that it? Is that, is
So
that
supreme. She's a country girl at heart.
it? Everything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
Oh, God. Sounds like you know from experience.
You kind of walked into that one.
I did.
He didn't walk in. He fell face fucking first. He's like, yes, I'm here. I like shoving shit up my ass.
Hey, yo.
I'm sure you know all about that. Mm-hmm.
Me shoving shit up your ass? No,
no,
not really.
Right.
Wow.
Okay then.
Anyways, I'll be back out, guys. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And then we never heard
Alrighty.
from him again.
Exactly 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Mhm.